why are my transactions failing and why are my transactions so slow? And I'll answer both questions for you guys right now. So we're going to head over to terminal, select calls, and we're going to use Queen's Journal as the example here. Select the auto robot. And now we're going to set our priority fees and select Solana network. So a very common mistake I see people make is they'll set their slippage to 15% or 10% while trading very volatile meme coins. And when they're trying to make a trade, their transaction will fail because the meme coin they're buying exceeded this range. So my recommendation to you would be to set your slippage higher to maybe 40% or 50%, or leave it on auto altogether to avoid your transactions failing. The next mistake I see people make is they're trading with hundreds of dollars per trade, and just to save a few dollars on fees, they'll leave their gas fees on low. You're actually doing yourself a disservice by doing this, as your transaction speeds are slowed drastically as you are trading bigger sums and you're using a low gas fee. So my recommendation for you guys would be, if you're trading with a very big amount, like $300, $400, $500, for example, to leave your gas on auto, and it will always show you how much it costs here. And it does constantly change depending on the network speed. So on low, I would recommend $50 to $60 if you're trading with per trade. And if you are trading between $50 to $100 per trade, you can even leave it on medium. And if you're trading with hundreds of dollars or $100 or more, you can go to high, and it'll always show you how much it costs here. And as well, you can turn on your Anti-MEV if you're trading with big amounts like $100, $200 or more. It will slow down your transactions a little bit, and it will cost you a little bit more in fees, but it will protect your trades from bots. And for those that don't know, there are things out there called MEV bots that are actively searching for people that have their Anti-MEV turned off and are making big transactions. For example, let's say I am trading $500 per trade and my Anti-MEV is turned off. These MEV bots will detect my transaction and they'll actually beat me to it, and they'll do a massive $5,000 or $10,000 buy, and they'll get in before I do. And once I get in, they'll sell immediately. And this is called getting sandwiched. And once this happens, you lose a huge chunk of your position size and value immediately. So I would highly recommend you turn your Anti-MEV on and pay the extra fee to protect your trades. Another question we get asked is, how come the bot didn't buy when the call channel I'm copying and I set up the bot for made a call? This is most likely because your fees are set on low and not properly, so the network didn't recognize the transaction. So to fix this, you want to head over to the call channel you're copying, click on the auto bot, and click on priority and fix your priority fees accordingly, depending on how much you're playing with. So for example, if you're doing $50 or $60 buys, you can, or less, you can keep it on low. If you're doing between 50 to 100, medium could work. And if you're doing $100 or more, you can set it on high or auto and make sure your Anti-MEV is turned on. By doing this, you will increase the chances of your transactions not failing significantly. We have to remember that we aren't trading on Binance or Coinbase like we're used to, where it's an off-chain trading experience where they act as an intermediary for your transactions. We are trading on-chain directly with the blockchain. So things like network congestion, higher fees, trade volume spikes where more people are trading, things like this can happen, causing the network to slow down and also causing transaction failures from time to time. So even if your gas fees and your slippage is set accordingly and properly, your transactions still might fail from time to time because of the network. So we have to take that into account as well when trading.